Hi, Raya. Why is my thing not reacting? That's why. Where? It was picking up the capture card, but hi, Raya. Where? I am continuing this hunt. Yay. I'm so excited that I'm still doing this hunt. I want the Golett, please. Please be done. I want to find it soon. Also, just like. Oh no. But brain's just like, I want to focus on one thing, like hard focus on one thing. And it's like, I want to just focus and get this hunt done so that it's just like, yeah, it's permanently done. And then the other thing too is the cross-stitching of the 3D looking piece. Oh, just being like, I want it done. But how am I? I'm okie dokie. I'm suddenly extremely tired. I don't know why. If you... not sleepy person... You're joking! This is my third Drifloon! This is my third shiny Drifloon! Why? I don't want you. I'm happy for it. I mean, I get to find... I mean, I get to evolve it into Drifblim and finish the line. My baby. The baby. But I don't want it. I don't want it. Why? Do I have rare candies? I'm evolving it right now. But yeah, I guess I've reclaimed the fail that I did, that I had the other day. Let's do 3. Okay, 3 wasn't enough. Let's do 2 more. 61. Yeah, you sound like you haven't slept. I have. I just suddenly felt exhausted. I don't know why. I just do. Ah. I don't even remember how well or not well I slept last night. Okay. No. Box. The box. There. Yippee. And we save. We save. We are savers. To hear from you, been thinking all day. Ah, I see. Yeah. I've just been kind of reading a few things. It is kind of existing for today. I swear, if this is a shiny Duskull. Don't blame you, yeah. Just, I don't know. I don't know what all. Like. Like, I've downloaded the stitching stream I did yesterday. And why is Riot Games trying to open? No. No. But, downloaded the VOD. Probably gonna upload it to the, the channel that I'm like, I'm probably gonna make it mostly stitching focus. Post that there. Just why not? Feel like I have to sneeze. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just whack. I'm just whack. I'm like still slightly counting down the days till it is time for the next semester. Just being like, wait, next semester, let's go. Before, no, it hasn't. And block. But yeah, shiny hunting stream. Probably gonna, like, I might do a stitching stream tomorrow. One reason why is when I rated one of my friends, I saw that there were 5 viewers, and I'm just like, huh, that's been the highest viewer count that I've had as of late, I think. Maybe. Honestly, I haven't really been paying attention to how many concurrent viewers I've had for a while, but it's just like, huh, 5. Nice. More stitching. Nice. So yuppie. So yeah, I double dipper. Double dipper. By double dipper. Double dipper dipper. Double dipper dipper. 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 I don't know. Wah, wah, meow, 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 yeah, I don't know. Could give you a hug. Hey, that's pretty gay. That's how the hunt is going. I found another shiny Drifloon. I found another shiny Drifloon, but not the Golett. I found a total of 3 Drifloons. One I was intending to hunt. The other 2, I just randomly came by them with the Brilliant. And one of them used Explosion. So, I found 3, failed 1, because one of them decided to commit self-delete. And, but I wasn't sad about it. I found it funny. Because I'm like, oh, right, this balloon can learn Explosion. Right. My party balloon popped. Oh no. Oh no, my party balloon, it popped. But I found another one. And I will cry if I find a 4th before I find this Golett. Because the other 2 Drifloon that were not for the Drifloon hunt, yeah, I found them during this Golett hunt. And I was just like, why? 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 Why are you here? Why do you keep doing... Like, I'm running into all the Brilliants, because why not? Because why not? Because I can. But that also means, hey, I could accidentally run into the shiny versions, because I've knocked out 300 of Duskull, but I've knocked out 500 of Drifloon. And I've knocked out 500 of Golett. I was just intending to do 300 for Golett, but look at the amount of encounters we're at. We're almost at odds for Golett. And then we're going to go over odds. Good luck with the hunt. Thanks, I cry. This is going to go as long as the Skorupi. The little menace. I will cry. I will cry. I'm gonna cry. This Golett hates me. It hates me. I've done nothing towards it except murder 500 of its relatives and try to find it out of the love and courtesy of my heart. But I guess just like it thinks my heart is dead. I guess my heart is a ghost type. I guess my heart is a ghost type. And ghost types don't attract ghost types because ghost is weak to ghost. Like, what the heck? What the heck? I just wanna appreciate you. You're shiny, right? Please? No, you're not. I want the Batman of Golett. I want the Dark Knight. I want the Gothic Golett. Please don't cry because I'll cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. This Golett's bullying me. This Golett... This is making it sound like I'm talking about the throat. The Golett. G-U-L-E-T. I think that's how you spell it. The Golett. 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 Hey Vals, are you a big fan of singing? Because Raya absolutely loves when I say that word. You know, singing. Like, Raya just loves it. Loves yapping about Golett. Oh, Golett is spelled with 2 L's. Okay. I swear, there are words that I'm like, yeah, I know how to spell it. And then I second guess myself, because half the time I'm like, wait, this one has double letters, right? And then it becomes a curse of every word that has double letters, I always spell it with a single letter. But then whenever it's a single letter one, I put a double letter. And then I'm over here just like, I'm so confused. I hate you. No, you don't hate me. You love singing. You love to sing, but you also love singing. True, I don't hate you. Yeah. Raya, come on, do some singing. Hate the way you say singing. Hey, you did this on yourself, Raya. You didn't have to point out how I said that word. You wouldn't have given me ammunition if you didn't point it out. I did. You did. You gave me ammunition. I swear if you're shiny. I'll turn you into ammunition in a minute. What do you mean? No, Raya. I'll just say you just try to shoot your shot. Just make sure that it's not a back shot though. I don't appreciate that. No, thank you. Teehee. Wait, who said that? The wind's kind of weird today, you know. It's very drafty in here. No back shots. Yeah, no back shots. Sorry. I don't like being shot in the back. I'm sorry. Too many people using shotguns nowadays. Shotguns and bazookas. They're trying to, you know, just blast a hole in me. Because people can't stand me. But then every single time people say they can't stand me, I always offer them a chair. And they just try to shoot me even more. Because then they just can't handle that I'm just trying to be accurate, being like, well, if you can't stand me, just take a seat. Just take a seat. Here's a chair for you. What about on the back, not in? No. No. Oh yeah, also, there is an interesting conversation that one of my siblings had with my dad earlier today. He came into the living room, looked at one of my sisters, and was like, pretty much just asked why the planet Mercury. Yeah? Why Mercury retrograde was bad for Aries. As in, you know, astrology, astronomy, that sort of stuff. Zodiac signs. And I kind of was just sitting there, kind of confused, being like, A, why is my dad asking this? And B, just being like, again, why is my dad asking this? But in the sense of, how does he know this? What's going on? And then after my sister explained, she was also kind of like, why do you even want to know this? You're not even in Aries. And my dad just flat out said, oh, it's because one of my coworkers is annoying and he's an Aries. And it's just like, know what, know what? Fair. But at the same time, huh? That's so valid, yeah. Just shouted, if you can't stand me, then sit on... Vess, no. Vess, no. 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 Chat, what he just said. Vess, behave. Vess, why? I don't even know what you said. Nor do I want to know. All I know is that you are a menace, Vess. You are a menace. But also, speaking of zodiac signs, what is everybody's zodiac signs? Will not repeat what he said. You know, when you say that, I'm just gonna think whatever Vess says is just a cupcake song. That's what I'm just gonna think. Every time you say that, I'm just gonna think in my head being like, ah, so Vess is singing CPR by Cupcake. Got it. Mm-hmm. Understandable. Have a nice day. Virgo and Leo, I think, because I'm August 23rd. Yay! To me. Dang. Automod valid, yeah. Wait, Virgo and Leo, wait, what? What? Wait, huh? Huh? Virgo and Leo? Right, why are you both? What? How are you both? Or is Vess? Are you saying yours and Vess's? I think Leo ends on 23rd and Virgo starts on 23rd. Oh, right. Virgo dates. Covers Virgo's the 23rd. Leo dates. No, Leo ends on 22nd. Yeah, so you're a Virgo. So I'm Virgo, yeah. Huh. How ironic. I wonder what my traits are. I know what one of them isn't. It's what Virgo represents. But I am a fish. I am the double fish. I am Pisces. Oh no, I am what people consider the manipulative sign. Oh no. Woo. I'ma manipulate you. Woo. You wanna get a smoothie. You wanna get a smoothie. Woo. No, the more accurate thing is Pisces is the last zodiac sign. I'm always in last place. I'm the last one. Practicality and service? I don't know. Maybe? I honestly have no clue. I just read the Pisces stuff. I just read Pisces. It is what I am. What does Virgo represent? Represents the maiden. Oh. The first word it says. This is funny. This is a co-pilot's summary too, so it's AI summary, but Virgo represents the maiden, symbolizing purity, service, meticulousness, and practical intelligence. Yeah. 3 out of 4 of those things sound accurate. I am the maiden. Yay! What is inaccurate? I forgot them already. The first one. Purity. Or well, I guess in some context, it's inaccurate, but at the same time, you are pure of heart and all that. But with some of the stuff that we've talked about, where you've also stated that I don't fully actually know you in some regards, in a sense of stories you just have never told me and have alluded to, it's like, okay, yeah, no, that's inaccurate in that avenue, but purity in other avenues, yeah, I could see it. Just not in that certain avenue. Maybe in the eyes of Satan, but I'm here. Oh. Speaking of Mercury. Astrological traits. Again, co-pilot. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, intellect, and analysis, which enhances their ability to think critically, organize, and plan. People born under Virgo are often practical, intelligent, and self-driven, with a strong sense of duty and desire to improve themselves and their surroundings. They are also known for their modesty, reliability, and meticulous nature, sometimes appearing shy or reserved until trust is established. Yeah, no, that last little... No. At least not whenever we met. If anything, you've made me flabbergasted with everything that you've stated. Like... You already gave me a front view seat of who you were. Who you were? You didn't pull any punches when you were talking. You just were like, "Hi, I'm Ryan. Here's everything." Boom. I was just like, I don't know how to respond to this. What the heck? You did what? With who and where? Oh, no, okay. What's the last bit? Sorry, my brain is fried today. Yummy fried brain. But the last little bit was, sometimes appearing shy or reserved until trust is earned. Where it's more of a case of, like, probably more reserved and all that in real life or something. But I'm just like, no. 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 I could be very wrong. But at the same time, no. You don't know barely the start about me. Exactly. I know everything you've told me. Slash what you put on. I'm not elaborating on that. I know how that sounds. I don't want... We're moving away from that. Yeah. I'm trying to think. It's a deadly thing. Thinking. You know what? What does Pisces represent? I want to see what Pisces is, because I haven't really... Why is Pisces shorter? Oi, this is not right. What is something you think about me that I haven't told you? Just out of curiosity. I honestly don't know. Because to be honest, right, I can flat out say that I could see you telling me a story of how you actually not accidentally, how you went into a bank, robbed it while wearing a Speedo and flirting with the teller, only to figure out that they were one of your exes within a past relationship that you once had, but didn't realize it was them because they had, like, Botox. Don't ask me why I went so specific with that. That's just what popped in my head first, and then I just started spitballing. But, like, that's the kind of level of... I don't know what you get around to or any of that, but I'm just like... I have gone to a bank and... Oh. See? See? And I'm guessing that's not even the craziest thing you've done. Of course, I have questions about that, too. I don't want answers, though. I do not want to... No. I'm good. I'm scared. Grandma, come pick me up. I'm scared. Come pick me up, I'm scared. I can't say the craziest thing I've done in chat. Oh. The time told me to work. So how is your day going, Vess? And how's your day going, Val? How's it going? My hand feels weird. It feels a little sore. I don't know. My chest kind of feels sore. Where am I? What am I doing? Where am I? Who am I? Did you know Five Nights at Freddy's was actually like super haha? Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's. Cause you know what? This is the longest relationship you will ever experience and encounter. Just 5 nights with a guy named Freddy. Maybe there is a secret 6th and 7th night, but after that you will no longer see them. Cause you know why? Cause you only get 5 nights with Freddy's. Wonderful, because he gets to watch me stare at him while he pours all my alcohol to the drink. Yippee, direct eye contact. Down the drain. Feed the endless hunger that is the garbage disposal. Give it all the alcohol. Give it all the gin and the bourbon. And the whiskey. And the margaritas. Almost had a heart attack when he pounded poured 120 bottle of whiskey down the drain. Dang. Well, the drain shall appreciate it. You're feeding the rats. You know what? You're doing it for a good cause. Those rats, they need a hit of alcohol, you know? Remy's having a hard time. He's lost Linguini. He needs something to take the edge off of his depression. Once a former chef, now just back down to a sewer rat, you know? I'm allowed to keep 1 bottle. Yay! 1 bottle! 1 bottle! Imagine if there was, like, a Ratatouille 2, and it was just Remy out on the streets again, just fully depressed, just living his rat life. While the different French chefs just pass him by and is like, oh, there's Remy. He was such an icon. He was so amazing. Look at him now, embracing his rat, like, his rat nature. And it just pans to Remy, and he has no voice lines or any of that. It's just him staring into the void, but everyone's thinking he's thinking of the next best recipe. And then the camera just keeps slowly, getting closer to him. And then it just finally ends with him taking a shot. Rats are gonna have a great party. Can you try to say bottle with a Brit? This is oddly specific. Listen. And you technically are listening. But my brain, it's kind of on autopilot. Like, this is kind of a thing that I'm, like, kind of get concerned with whenever I, speak. When I'm doing something that's like cross-stitching or shiny hunting, I just speak and I don't really remember anything that I spoke about. Unless I'm in the zone again. Because half of the time I'm just like, wait, what did I even say? And then someone will come by and message and it's just like, what the heck were you even talking about? And I'm like, oh, what do you mean? When and where? What specific thing are you talking about? Because I don't know if you're mentioning which fictional story I'm coming up with. Like, whether it's a fictional great Aunt Gertrude that decided to go hard on Party City by drinking down every substance that she got her eyes on, only to accidentally guzzle down like a gallon of fake blood. to then cough it up, scare the children, and then just say she's Bloody Mary, and then try to go to the bar down the hall and just be like, yeah, just give me 3 Bloody Marys while I'm at it. Can I get another gallon of fake blood to chug down just to scare the children and say that I'm accidentally going into a heart attack just so that I can scare my great nephew so that he doesn't get the inheritance that I've planned specifically for him, since I just want to give him trauma instead of a single penny, you know? You know how they are, right? I feel like every time I come by, it's a case of, what was he talking about? Have you ever just inhaled Skittles? And then just thought how effective it would be to just snort them instead? Because people say to taste the rainbow. But what if I wanted to smell the rainbows, and I didn't have scented markers? So instead, you just decide to start shoving Skittles down your nose, being like, I want to snort the rainbow. And then all of a sudden, you have a lung full of Skittles. And then you start walking around in a pride parade saying that you are full of gay. But then whenever people are questioning what you mean you're filled with gay, you then just start jumping around and suddenly your lungs sound like a maraca. And then whenever you end up in the ER because a lot of people think that you accidentally did something else, they start questioning why you sound like a maraca. And then instead of actually getting surgery and all that, you start coughing. And then you accidentally sneeze, which causes a machine gun kind of thing, where you're just shooting out Skittles at everybody. And once you're done with that, you then just say, taste the rainbow, kind of walk out, and once they do the x-ray, they realize that your lung is now the shades of the different rainbow. Where you literally have a gay lung at that point. You know? I love Pride. I tasted the rainbow too hard and choked. Get a credit card and get a line of Skittles. Don't take this the wrong way. Are you high? No. These are just normal thoughts that I have. I know they're not normal. These aren't even thoughts that I've had. These are just things that I'm thinking of right now and just wanting to talk to just hear my voice, and half the time I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of existing, you know? You know, I did have a redeem in the past where it was silver story time. And it wasn't anything to be like, oh yeah, this is how my day is going. No, there were stories that I used to tell. One time where it's a case of like, I thought I got robbed by people, or I got robbed by aliens because they thought my ring light was a baby UFO, and then I sort of passed out because I got punched in the face, only to then wake up and watch as a kid was riding his bike with my ring light attached to the back of his bicycle, and then I thought, dang, did I get robbed by a kid that wanted my ring light to have as their light whenever things get dark, only to then realize, wait, he doesn't have anything to plug the light into it. But then, suddenly the light then plugged into something, and the kid got abducted by aliens, and then I looked up at the aliens, and then they said their child was back, and I was very confused, and I was like, was that the ring light, or was that the actual alien thing? And that's how I met Superman. Your hair looks tasty. Thank you. It's a nice blend of Airhead strips and Twizzlers. My hair is non-existent. No! You know what? I'm not actually gonna- No, we're not speaking. No, we're not speaking. No. No. The sober thoughts? No. No. Because it would go left field. No. No. I'm like, actually, I don't care. We'll just do it. No. 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 I have self-control. I have self-control. I promise I have self-control. I'm going to throw a child at Vess if that little puts another plunger on my head. Just say it. Oh dang. Vess has been putting a plunger on your head? My. But why a child? Why are you throwing a child at Vess? Just say it. I was gonna say that I could be your hair. I can be your toupee. That's not the bad thing that I was thinking of. That's the more tame / moderate thing that I was thinking of. But if you want me to fully say it, I was going to say I can sit on your head and be your toupee. And that's where it was like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Sitting on my head. Yeah. Yeah. Vess, I promise. Vess. Listen to me. I'm a hold your hand. I'm not stealing your job. I'm not stealing your job. If you want, no. No. No, that's Vess's job. Just no. Just no. 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 I have dignity. I have self-respect. No, I don't. Okay. Okay. You know, if we ever get a chance to meet, I am bringing out a gallon-sized spray bottle, and every single time that you open your mouth, I am spraying you with it. And it won't be water. It will be vinegar. I will put a whole thing. I will put a whole container of vinegar in it. And every time that you try to say something that's a little sus, I'm gonna spray you. I'm gonna turn you into a salt and vinegar, flavored potato chip. Getting me what? Whatever will I do? I'm turning you into a salt and vinegar flavored potato chip. Don't test me. You know what I want to do? I want to run down the hallways again with a tray full of croissants. Or a gallon of ranch dressing again. Or maybe I could run down the hallways with just a gallon of olive oil. I don't know why I want to run down the hallways with some form of food. I just do. It was fun. I don't like people questioning me. There was a friend that I had that just always had a potato in her bag. For, like, all of high school. She just kept a potato in her bag. It started growing roots. I think. Of course, I kind of have a new... Like, I have a son. He's in my backpack. I always carry Gerald around. I love having my rubber chicken in my bag. I had a pet mango as a kid. How... Oh... Oh? I want to test you now. What do you mean, test me? I'm not a vehicle. You can't take me on a test drive. What the heck? Sorry, I don't go beep beep. I don't have, like, blinkers that signify whether I'm going left or right. I don't have a horn. And I can scream at people. I was screaming at my siblings earlier, because they kept telling me to forfeit, and were pushing me around, literally. And then started shaking me. My sister's always abusing me. Cause like there was one day, I think last week, where they came in my room and just sat there, and I was in a call with friends as I was playing Marvel Rivals with them. And they were trying to actively talk with my friends. They couldn't hear, like, my sisters couldn't hear them, but they just kept talking. And it was even worse because it was caught on stream. But something else that was happening too is they were throwing Sour Patch Kids at me. Like, no joke. They picked up a packet of Sour Patch Kids that were on my floor and just started placing Sour Patch Kids on me. They even put a few down my shirt. It was weird. Your sisters are awesome. No, they're weird. Of course, one of my sisters did say, because I jokingly said, like, oh, a sad moment is going to happen, like, kind of soon, because of, when I move back out into the apartments for, college again, I won't be home. And one of them was like, you know what, we're going to FaceTime every single day. And we kind of got into a conversation, and it's just like, you know, it's been a while since you've actually texted us. Slash, we've texted each other. And it's just like, yeah. One of my sisters that did go to the college that I also went to, yeah, we barely ever talked or really interacted with one another. We just kind of just existed. Like, you know, we just existed. I never really texted her, she never really texted me, because half the time it's just like, what do we even have to text about? Kind of thing. We were just two individuals in the same college. With two different majors. One being an English major, English major, and the other a psychology major. You will never guess who was who. It was I. I was the English major. Because I am very fluent within the language of English, and I know how to pronounce words correctly, like singing, in any rhythm. You're less fluent in English than I am. What? No. I am very fluent in English. Like, here, I'll say a very fluent English sentence to you, Raya. You is the bestest human being I have ever experienced within my lives. Within my lives. so much. I hate that sentence so much. The grammar makes Jesus cry. Good. Good. We'll turn Jesus' tears into wine. Christmas potatoes. That's kind of a weird time for that text to come in. We were just speaking of Jesus, and now there's Christmas potatoes. Raya, are you a fan of Christmas potatoes? I have a joke, but I can't say here. I hate Christmas. Wow. 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 What did Santa Claus do to you, Raya? Did he not enjoy your eggnog? Like, what happened? Did Rudolph run into my parents? Oh. Screw you, parents. Screw your parents. Go on, grab them and shake them around. I don't know what they did, but you know what? I don't know. I don't even know what. But you know what I do know? I know that H2O is carbon dioxide. That I am certain of. Like, I just love drinking CO2. It is very refreshing. Did you know that 70% of the Earth is filled with CO2? Just, delicious. Love it. Dang. If you drink CO2, you die. Huh. No wonder I feel lightheaded after I drink it every single time. Wait. Sorry, I had a very bad intrusive thought, and I am not. No. 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 You know, I hate YouTube Shorts sometimes, because it brings in information within a short span of time, and then it's stuck in your brain, and now my brain is just thinking of this one thing, and I'm like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I wanna cry. I wanna cry. I wanna cry. I'm crying. I'm gonna go in a corner. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry in this tree. Yeah. Do you ever just look at IKEA furniture and just be like, oh yes, this is a sexy piece of furniture. Oh my goodness, yes. I must have it in my house. Have you ever just taken a foldable chair and brought it on a date? Not as in the sense of like you brought it on a date for your date or for yourself, but you flat out have taken the chair out on a date. How do you think those questions would be? Like, do you ever think that you would have to question whether or not, like, question your chair of whether those cushions are real or fake, or if they were, like, born with them, you know? Have you ever just looked up at the stars and then realized it was the ceiling, only to then realize that you've poked holes in your ceiling so that you could see the stars that are in the sky? And then realize that the resale value of your place now has plummeted down because you poked holes in the ceiling to see the stars when you could have actually just gone outside and stare at the stars, only to then realize that you're staring up at a skyscraper and all of a sudden Iron Man just comes crashing through and you realize that star that you thought was a star was just his chest, and then you realize he's not actually that shiny and somehow you're in repo just selling his stuff for scraps. And out of nowhere, you're just boom back in bed, staring up at a ceiling. But instead of a ceiling, it was a tree, and that tree decided to push an acorn down and make it hit your forehead. And you stared at that acorn and realized that you could turn it into flour. So you take that flour, make it into a pastry, and then you go decided to try to eat that pastry, but then a squirrel stole it. But then it morphed into something that wasn't a squirrel, but a frog. And that frog just decided to lick your face. And then all of a sudden you just woke up from your dreamlike state, and then realized that you're back in reality. No, but I have accidentally brought a chick to a date. I'm so lost. Oh, I can help you. Where did you get lost at? I can kind of backtrack so that I can help give you the instructions of what you're supposed to do. Did you get lost at the ceiling portion? The stars? The tree? Was the tree trying to give you an acorn? Because you needed to, you know, make a pastry with the acorn. Like, you need to turn it into flour, make it into a pastry, try to eat it, only for a squirrel to steal it, but it wasn't actually a squirrel, it was a frog, and you need the frog to lick you so that you could wake up, only to realize that you were staring up at a glass ceiling. And once you saw the glass ceiling, you need to break it into multiple different fractures. And once you fractures the different fractures, and then you stared at the ceiling once again, you then just realized that you were actually in a prism, and now you're a rainbow. And once you realize you are a rainbow, you need to go into the sun and just reflect on it and just give it into a giant color. And once you turn the sun into a giant color, you then realize that you're just staring at a Skittle that was landed on your face because your friend decided to just give you a bunch of Skittles, and one landed perfectly on your eye, and you're just staring at it being like, yum. I'm way too tired for this. Right, I'm gonna get some sleep before I have. We're so happy to hear from you. You're welcome. I hope you have one of those dreams of something that I just described. Rest well. I'm going to go cry to Vez for an hour. Why are you gonna go cry? You're not allowed to cry. Why are you crying? Homo. Bye, homo. Bruh. Oh, I can't believe you said that to me. Silencing the minority gang. Bye.